I don't know why so many people always ask me to make a Zaw build, because I think I'm here to disappoint you in terms of my Zaw pick, because I personally always hated Exodia Contagion, and the moment the heavy attack part of it was removed, that you cannot heavy with it anymore, this is completely dead arcane to me. This is beyond something that I will never use. But what I loved always way more, and I was really sad about its nerfs, even though it's still really insanely good, is Exodia Force. So even if I use normal attack setup or I use the heavy attack slam setup, I'm always rocking with Exodia Force. On status effect, 50% chance to deal 200 weapon damage to enemies within 6 meters. For me, this is one of the best things. It was heavily nerfed several times with all different interactions, Zatas, influence, but it's still pretty decent, and that's just another arcane, so like Zaws can use 2 arcanes anyway, so why not? I'm not the biggest Zaw fan, so I only have 3 of them. I made Rab V at first, but this shit looks awful, and I don't have the skin, and I don't want to buy the whole entire package to get one hammer skin that I like. And I also have the Dokram. That's way better, because I can use this beautiful skin on it, because without it, of course, it looks garbage, like every fucking Zaw. And my favorite, Polearm, which I also have the skin for, because it also looks very garbage to me without the skin, like every Zaw. Yeah, Dehtat, which is the one I'm gonna pick for today, and I use it basically just the same way I use Nami solo. The best thing about it, it's Polearm. It gives me a free movement stance, which is just the best thing about Polearms, and this is why I love Polearms, starting with Guandao, which I picked over Orthos Prime when I was deciding which one to get first, when it was still a problem for me to get a new one. So I picked Guandao because it looks godly compared to Orthos, which looks like just bad, even with a semi-skin on it. So yeah, but anyway, this is very similar build I use on my Nami. Well, full status, also made of status, full into status parts. And I use Boreal Contempt, of course, for even more status damage instead of the range, since it does not have the full follow-through like Nami does. And also on my Riven, I have more attack speed and status chance, since again, I don't have that full follow-through. But well, I think you will be kinda satisfied with how it looks into the gameplay, so let's just go straight to the gameplay. If you're enjoying my content, remember to subscribe and click that bell icon to get notified with my latest uploads. And without further ado, let's continue with the video. So, the gameplay is quite straightforward, actually. You get your buffs for influence and stuff like this, and just go forward and completely utterly destroy everything. It's quite addicting though, I'm not gonna lie. So be careful if you wanna spend like controlled amount of time in Warframe. Well, this weapon is the everything you need to completely not do this, but the opposite. Like sometimes I just get completely sucked out when I play this, because it's just so fucking free to play. Like, you just go forward and you swing. You can do some heavy attacks from time to time with the TennoCreate procs. On a King-Cardon weapon you of course don't need to heavy at all. I just love to include it, because simply why not? It gives me some extra range on it, so... But yeah, basically like... all it takes is one swing and everything just around you dies. Quite enjoyable, look at that, boom. So then you like look for new enemies every time you just do a swing. You just gotta like run around and find enemies, because they are not spawning fast enough for ya. Even if you try to show someone how good it is, and you're not really focusing on killing them as fast as possible, it's just complete wreckage. I mean, influence is just purely broken, as I always say, and I will never stop saying till it's nerfed to the ground, but I doubt it heavily. I would actually get mad if they nerfed it, so that's my favorite. I mean, my favorite's melee exposure, because I just love the biggest numbers, but in terms of speed kill, there's no much. And damage output, to be fair, as well, because that's how you bypass damage attenuation. Blast, influence, let's go. But how can someone say it's not be like utterly broken? This is one swing. It's not even like full follow through. So we're losing so much by hitting several enemies in a row compared to Nami. That's why I call Nami best weapon. That's why I call Serata strongest. Because best is like overall speed kill and damage. Strongest is just straight up damage. But I need to look for enemies, man. 343 kills already. Wrathful Advance is the way, by the way, on my Vault. I already make Vault build, so I apply it to every melee I use. Literally every. To Matretron or Polearms, anything. Because Wrathful Advance is just such an easy way of getting some crit chance. The Archon Shards is crit damage, so I have complete freedom in modding the weapons. I mean, Lich Seater's stuff disappearing from the map, nothing to hit. Even though it's still pot, it has way higher spawn rate. Yeah, probably need an Acolyte to show you the real power. Hopefully he won't die to a single hit. Decent damage over time, 137k tick, 52. There's no way they leave. With Nami I did the level cap runs, so this build's fully viable for it. Just the only thing, like you can even use Dehtat honestly, but you need viral for level caps. Like Blast alone is quite falling off, but since we have access to magnetic bots now, it might change that you can still use Blast, just put the magnetic for overguard. But honestly I think like viral just allows you to kill so much faster before your pet primes. So whenever I'm on the run, there's not like a time that I have to like look back and hit an enemy one more time because he will backshot me. And I, like, as you know, in front I have a shield that blocks all the projectiles. I mean... you see it on your own eyes, so what can I tell you? This weapon is just having some extra punch in terms of like single target, because you have that Exodia force. Oh well, that is just sad, because I just ran out of disk space and I had to make some space just when the Acolyte appeared. But that gave me a better idea how to show you the full power of Dehtat and Exodia force. Let's see how I can deal with normal attacks with these guys the moment I get some ramp up. Well, I was quite fast to be fair, if you ask me, in terms of like normal attacks without full follow through. The only problem I have with this is how actually the damage attenuation works, because I just made Gira mods on Vault and Seismic Wave on the weapon, and this is just a bad slam weapon, but look the difference the moment I change it into a slam weapon. I just need influence up, some combo points. And yeah, just watch how beautifully like the damage attenuation works. Like, the fact it kills them is just so stupid, it's like beyond me. Like, that's a bad slam weapon again, because that's the furthest thing from like an actual weapon that's worth to fully lean onto the slam. Like, the fact it just kills them because influence and blast and one hit instead of several is why it's never gonna be really like the weapon of choice if you want to deal with damage attenuation. So yeah, let's test it on a real unit, the tankiest we can spawn that's not like damage attenuated or some status immunity stuff on it. And yeah, poof. I never was a fan of Zaw weapons because Exodia Contagion was a pain in the ass to use. I don't really have Incarnons, but since I can use a weapon that's a Polearm type, I don't mind them. I really started to love the Exodia Force. But of course it got it got so fucked by the nerfs, it's crazy, like influence interactions and everything. So it's basically a shell of its former like power, but still an insane weapon for anyone who starts the game. It's so easy to get, you get it in Situs, first zone you go to with the open world. So, I mean, you can also make the Bala, you can make the Rab V, but it's up to what playstyle you prefer. Like, Bala is probably like one of the best ones as well, because daggers with homing fan I believe also have the free movement stance, so yeah, all you have to do, build it for influence and blast, and you can rock it. So that's all from me, hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and as always, see you on the next one.